Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring a topic that seems very simple, but is completely fundamental to your health, especially once you pass 50 years old. We're going to talk about water. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dr. Laura, I drink enough water. I'm hydrated. And you're probably right. You're likely drinking enough. But here's the problem. Plain water often isn't sufficient. In fact, for men over 50 concerned about vitality, energy, and that all-important blood flow, drinking plain water can be a huge missed opportunity. It's like having a Ferrari and only driving it in first gear. We're not just talking about hydration here. We're talking about cellular signaling, vascular flexibility, and the raw electrical power of your body. As we age, our body's ability to absorb and utilize essential micronutrients changes significantly. What worked for you in your 20s and 30s simply doesn't anymore. Specifically, I want to talk about minerals, the silent champions of your internal system. These tiny elements are in charge of everything from regulating your heartbeat to sending nerve signals. And most importantly for this discussion, relaxing your blood vessels and ensuring strong, steady blood flow to every part of your body, including the areas needed for optimal performance. If you're a man over 50 looking for an easy, low-cost, daily hack that works alongside everything else you're doing right, your diet, your exercise, your supplements, then this is the video for you. I'm going to show you not just one, but a few powerful mineral options and explain exactly why and how adding just a small pinch of the right ingredient to your daily water intake can fundamentally transform your energy levels and vitality. By the end of this, you'll never look at a glass of plain water the same way again. First, let's talk about how the body ages and hydration. When you were younger, your kidneys were filtration experts. Your digestive tract was a star at nutrient absorption. You sweated, drank, absorbed, and your body kept everything in perfect balance. When we hit 50, a few things start to happen that impact how our body uses water. First, your thirst mechanism dulls. You don't feel as much urgency for thirst, leading to low-grade chronic dehydration, even if you think you're drinking enough. Second, your kidneys become less efficient at retaining water, causing you to excrete essential minerals and electrolytes faster than you absorb them. You become a slow leak, constantly draining the precious charge from your battery. Third, and most critical for blood flow, we need to talk about the vascular system. The inside of your arteries and capillaries is where the magic happens. Over time, those smooth muscle walls can become stiff and less flexible, meaning they don't relax easily when commanded. This stiffness is the enemy of strong blood flow. Plain water alone simply hydrates the fluid outside your cells. It does a great job replacing volume, but it doesn't contain the necessary electrical charge to help the water and nutrients it carries cross the cell membrane. That electrical charge comes from electrolytes, which are simply minerals dissolved in water that carry an electrical impulse. When these essential minerals are lacking, cellular communication breaks down, your muscles struggle to contract, your nerves falter, and your blood vessels don't get the clear signal to dilate and open. This isn't about drinking fancy mineral water. It's about being a proactive, informed advocate for your health, understanding that specific minerals are the most often depleted and most critical for vascular health as you age. If there's one mineral I could implore every man over 50 to focus on, it's magnesium. Magnesium is an absolute powerhouse. It's involved in over 300 different enzymatic processes in the body. If you've heard me talk before, you know I call it the ultimate relaxing mineral. It's responsible for relaxing the smooth muscles throughout your body. Now, where are these smooth muscles crucial for male vitality? They're everywhere, but specifically in the walls of your arteries and in the corpus cavernosum, the spongy cylindrical tissues inside the penis that fill with blood to achieve an erection. For optimal blood flow, Arterial walls need to be flexible. When they receive the body's signal, the neurological cue that it's time to act, they need to be able to relax, dilate, and open wide. This vasodilation process relies heavily on the presence of sufficient magnesium. When you have a magnesium deficiency, which, let's be honest, over 75% of the adult population does due to soil depletion and modern diets, your blood vessels are constantly tense, slightly constricted. This is called vasoconstriction. Magnesium helps counteract this tension. It acts as a potent, natural calcium channel blocker, and calcium is the mineral that promotes muscle contraction. Magnesium essentially steps in and says, "Hold on, let's take a breath. Let's relax the tension." Adding a highly bioavailable form of magnesium to your water is a phenomenal way to ensure systemic relaxation. It's absorbed quickly through the gut, enters the bloodstream, and immediately starts sending those "relax" signals to your cardiovascular system. This translates directly into easier, stronger, and more sustained blood flow throughout your body, which, as you can imagine, is profoundly beneficial for overall energy and intimate performance. The second mineral we need to reclaim is sodium. I know. For decades, we've been told sodium is the enemy, linked to high blood pressure and heart disease. But here's where context and quality matter immensely. The problem isn't sodium itself. The problem is the vast amount of poor-quality processed table salt found in processed foods. That hyper-processed white stuff has been stripped of virtually all other minerals, leaving just a concentrated, harsh chemical that throws your delicate electrolyte balance into chaos. However, pure, unrefined sea salt or Himalayan pink salt is a completely different story. These salts contain not just sodium chloride, but a full spectrum of trace minerals, often around 84 different elements, including small amounts of potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Sodium is the gatekeeper of hydration. It's absolutely crucial for maintaining the right fluid balance inside and outside your cells. Without adequate sodium, your body struggles to retain the water you drink, meaning you'll constantly drink more and just excrete it. This leads to that feeling of being perpetually thirsty despite consuming gallon after gallon. Plus, sodium works in a powerful partnership with potassium to operate the sodium-potassium pump, the mechanism that drives nearly all cellular activity, including nerve conduction and muscle contraction. Getting enough high-quality sodium in your water ensures that the water you drink is truly drawn into the cells where it belongs, leading to superior cellular hydration, better nerve response, and more efficient muscle function. A small pinch of high-quality, unrefined salt in a large glass of water, particularly in the morning, is a completely different nutritional entity from the highly concentrated salt found in a bag of chips. This simple addition can dramatically improve your hydration, which in turn optimizes your blood volume, making it easier for your heart to pump and for your blood vessels to deliver oxygen where it's needed most. If magnesium is the relaxer and sodium is the gatekeeper, then potassium is the counterbalance. Potassium is the third leg of the electrolyte stool, and its main job is to ensure proper cellular signaling, especially in the cardiac muscle and throughout the vasculature. While magnesium relaxes the arteries, potassium works closely with sodium to maintain that essential electrical gradient across cell membranes. Crucially, potassium has a well-documented role in blood pressure management. It helps your body excrete excess sodium, which can be beneficial for men who already have high blood pressure or whose diet leans toward processed foods. The balance between sodium and potassium is a fine line, and in the modern Western diet, the vast majority of people consume too much processed sodium and far too little potassium, which is abundant in fresh fruits and vegetables. When we talk about improving blood flow, we're talking about creating a harmonious balance. You need enough quality sodium to draw water into the cells, but you need plenty of potassium to counter it, ensuring arterial walls remain flexible and responsive. Adding potassium can be a bit more tricky, as too much can be problematic, but supplementing with a small amount of easily dissolvable potassium chloride powder or simply using a potassium-rich mineral mix in your water is an excellent strategy for restoring this often neglected mineral ratio. By supporting this delicate balance, you're giving your heart and entire vascular network the tools they need to operate at peak efficiency. Although it's not a classic electrolyte in the same vein as magnesium or sodium, zinc is a mineral that plays an incredibly important role in male vitality, making its inclusion in a daily water hack highly beneficial, especially for older men. Zinc is a cornerstone for testosterone production and regulation. Research consistently shows that even marginal zinc deficiencies can negatively impact testicular function, leading to diminished levels of this vital male hormone. Since testosterone is critical for energy, mood, muscle mass, and libido, ensuring adequate zinc intake is non-negotiable for men over 50. Beyond hormones, zinc is an absolute powerhouse for your immune system. As we age, immune function often declines, making us more susceptible to illness. Keeping your immune system robust requires a steady, reliable supply of zinc, which acts as a fundamental component for countless immune cells. While you wouldn't typically add large amounts of zinc powder to water, using a high-quality liquid zinc supplement, often just a few drops in your water once a day, is an extremely effective way to ensure consistent, highly bioavailable intake. This is particularly useful because zinc is often poorly absorbed when taken in tablet form. By mixing a few drops into your water, you're guaranteeing that this essential regulator is immediately available to your system, supporting your crucial immune defenses and critically maintaining that hormonal readiness that underpins true vitality. Finally, let's briefly touch on iron. While iron supplementation is usually only necessary if you have a known deficiency, and you absolutely must talk to your doctor before supplementing with iron, it's crucial to understand its foundational role in blood flow. Iron is the central component of hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that's solely responsible for carrying oxygen from your lungs to every cell in your body, including your muscles and those crucial tissues that require oxygen for rigidity. Without adequate iron, your blood can't carry enough oxygen, leading to fatigue, lethargy, and a general feeling of being drained. This condition, known as anemia, directly impacts performance and vitality by depriving your tissues of their most vital fuel. If your doctor has determined you're low in iron, using a gentle, easily absorbed liquid iron supplement mixed into water can be a game changer. It improves the quality of your blood flow by enhancing its oxygen transport capacity. Remember, strong blood flow isn't just about volume. It's about the quality of the payload being delivered. The ultimate intention behind these recommendations is to foster consistency, not introduce unnecessary complexity into your already busy day. You absolutely shouldn't feel obligated to add every one of these essential minerals to every glass of water every time you take a sip. The most effective strategy is a targeted approach to cycle these supplements and directly address specific mineral deficiencies that are most relevant to your current lifestyle and health goals. The simplest place to start transforming your fluid intake is with the daily vasodilator hack, a routine intensely focused on relaxation and blood flow optimization. You should start this practice first thing in the morning, setting a positive circulatory tone for the entire day. In a generous glass or portable water bottle, you'll choose one of two options. The first is to add an easily available form of magnesium powder. Because absorption is key, opt for a highly soluble preparation like magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate powder. Start with a modest dose, maybe a quarter teaspoon, or stick strictly to the suggested daily serving on the package, ensuring the powder fully dissolves in the water before consuming. This serves as a potent signal to your vascular system to relax and dilate. Alternatively, You might prefer the salt hack, which is the simplest foundational solution. If you choose this path, introduce just a small pinch of high-quality, unrefined sea salt. And when I say small, I mean an amount that barely covers the tip of your pinky finger. This provides full-spectrum essential electrolytes to enhance cellular hydration right from the start of your day. Beyond daily relaxation, we look at the hormonal and immune boost, a strategy specifically focused on deeper systemic regulation. To ensure you're getting these trace vital minerals, make a point to incorporate this step once a day, ideally taken with a main meal. Here, the recommendation is zinc drops, using a liquid zinc supplement. Adding the recommended serving of this liquid directly to a glass of water is an excellent method, as it significantly avoids the common issue of poor absorption and stomach irritation that sometimes plague traditional zinc tablets. This simple liquid delivery ensures your crucial immune defenses and hormonal readiness are reliably supported throughout the day. Finally, we address the blood pressure balancer, dedicated to recalibrating the critical electrolyte ratio in your body. If your nutritional intake of fresh fruits and vegetables is less than optimal, or if you're consistently highly active, engaging in exercise that causes significant sweating, then you need to pay close attention to your potassium levels. For this, seek out a potassium-rich blend, specifically a carefully formulated electrolyte powder that's low in sugar, but with substantial, robust potassium content. A suggested practice is to add about half a teaspoon of this powder to your water, consuming it either during the activity itself or immediately after your workout to replenish losses and aid quick recovery. By committing to these small but highly intentional changes to your normal water routine, you're effectively shifting your habit from simple hydration to a powerful state of functional hydration. You're no longer just filling your tank. You're carefully crafting an electrically charged, nutrient-rich fluid that your cells can recognize and utilize instantly. This sends clear, strong biochemical signals throughout your entire vascular network, telling them to relax, open fully, and thereby deliver optimal, performance-enhancing blood flow to every necessary tissue. This is no longer just water. It truly becomes a perfectly tailored liquid mineral supplement designed to meet the unique and changing needs of the body once it passes 50. I urge you to try this simple hack with full consistency for a complete 3-week period and pay attention to the clear improvements in your baseline energy, mental clarity, physical strength, and overall vitality. Taking this simple, powerful step today is a sure investment that your 60-year-old self will certainly thank you for. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this information helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe for more health and vitality tips, and share this video with a friend who might still be drinking plain old water. Let me know in the comments below which mineral you're going to start adding today.